I guess so. Um, I'm Braden or Sparks, and the guy that tried to interrupt me is Greg or your mother. I'm just messing. But yeah, what we do here, let me finish. I'm kidding. Or am I? Okay. Anyway, what we do, we spin this wheel, gives us a topic, we just talk about it. Or we talk about whatever we feel like, really, but we're supposed to go with whatever the topic is. So, I think that's all, right? I think we're good. Ooh, trapped in time. Pretty sure this is one you put on here. Like, imagine if you're like in the hunter-gatherer period of time, and you somehow show people how to like grow food, and you're the reason that humanity is where it is today.
Yeah, that'd be
Just all
that would
you
be
just have to
crazy.
show them like you just go up to him and be like, "Yo, dig a hole, take a piece of this plant, put it in the hole, cover it, put water on it every now and then, and
Imagine
just
that's the
let it grow."
reality of the world. It's just people from
Dude,
the future coming back in time and be like, "Yeah, do it like this.
yeah,
And you'll be set."
like that's insane. And then
Yeah.
the whole reason there's like cave paintings. Apparently cave paintings. I don't even know if it's a real thing or not. I just see it on like every thumbnail of any type of conspiracy theory about aliens in the past or something. But it's like cave paintings and stuff of like aliens and crap and just like otherworldly beings that seem alien, and they have like ships and stuff flying in the air. And it's like maybe if those even are real, right? Because I don't even know. But if those are real, it'd be funny if the whole reason those paintings exist is because someone time traveled back in time, and their time machine is what they saw flying, and then the otherworldly being would be us. Because I mean, you look at Neanderthals compared to us, we look so much different. We look insane compared to them.
Yeah.
So like, if you go far enough back in time, they're gonna think we're aliens, especially seeing like the time machine type of ship thing and all. Like that'd be something they paint. But that would
That
be
would be
insane.
crazy.
The we found the answers. The answers to all the mysteries.
It's all revealed here.
It's always time travel. The only thing is time travel technically you can't go in the past like farther than when the time machine was created. If you think
Oh
about it
yeah.
logically, like it
Yeah,
realistically
so
wouldn't
it's
work
like
like that.
literally a kind of a new timeline,
Yeah, it would. You would
basically.
have to. Yeah, it's kind of paradoxical because let's say you made a time machine today, and you did right. Let's just say you did travel back to like the time of the dinosaurs and crap. The 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 time machine then shouldn't exist at that point, and I mean you shouldn't either. But the time machine never existed then. There's no point in which the time machine was there for you to travel to. Like it just wouldn't work. But now in the future, you would instantly be able to travel as far into the future as you want, and people from the future, no matter where, could travel back to that point. You know that point where it's created would be the farthest back you'd be able to go.
Hmm.
But
Yeah. I remember hearing about that before.
yeah.
Crazy. I also
Now,
remember hearing about like black holes and stuff could be
yeah.
used to go back and forth between time. But I don't know how. I don't know how much truth there is to that.
Well, I think that's like a
But
hypothesis or something, like just a guess or like
yeah,
because
probably.
we really don't know what happens when you go in a black hole because no one's ever done it, and I don't think we've ever sent anything to go get sucked into one. But we have ideas of what it would do, and we're most logical one the one that most likely is the case, is it's just you're gonna get spaghettified. And what's crazy though is with black holes, if you get sucked into one, it alters your perception of time. Um, because of the fact that no light can escape a black hole. So whenever you're looking out, right, there's no light to go like out. Like I forgot what it was. But you basically end up it would you would for everyone else seeing you get sucked in, you would be standing there or like floating there, I mean, for like 1 second, you'd be floating there. Next second, boom, you're gone. Like you're just sucked in, gone, like instantly. And they would never see you again at all. But for you, you wouldn't even realize you were sucked in. You would just be slowly being pulled in and just like stretched out and like spaghettified. It would be really slow. Like you would have years in your mind or like of like time. I forgot what the reason was for that or like why that was believed to be the case for that, but it's crazy. Um,
Yeah, that's fucking weird.
yeah, there's a lot of time dilation with that. I forgot what the like reasoning behind it was. I'd have to look it up again, but yeah, it's insane. And that's why like there's the theories that you could probably time travel with it. You know, if you go in there, they pop you out on either back out of that same black hole or on the other end or something. You know, if there is another end, and then like it's a different time, or you know, you could use them for traveling. I don't know. And there is a thing. It's very rare, I'm pretty sure, where a black hole will actually, instead of sucking in matter, it will spit out matter. Um, but it's extremely rare.
How the
Like,
fuck? How the fuck
I,
do we know all this?
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck?
Or that
So
might have
weird.
been, I don't, dude, it's been for like years since I like was like really into all this, looked into it a lot. So that honestly, that whole thing with the matter being spit out, that might have just been like a theory of something on like what'll happen if I don't know. I don't know. That might have been just like an idea that there would be black holes that do the opposite, or I guess it wouldn't be black holes, but there would be other gravitational vortexes, I guess, that would instead of sucking in matter, spit it out. Or maybe it is like that's just black holes eventually just change and start spitting out matter. I don't even know. Don't remember. Something like that though. But yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like space is crazy. We're literally a speck. We are imperceptible in the grand scheme of the universe and time. Like we're less than just a blink. Like every time we blink, you know, imagine like even less than that in the grand scheme of things. That's us. We're just we're gone before we even realized we were here.
Yeah, it's kind of bullshit, honestly. Fuck.
What?
I wonder if there's like other life out there. There's gotta
There
be. I
has to
mean,
be.
come on. To say
You
that
ever
we're
heard
the
of
only
the
ones is kind of fucking stupid, honestly.
yeah, have you ever heard of the I think it's called the dark universe theory or something like that? Forgot what it
No.
was called. It's where okay, so imagine that I'm thinking how to like phrase it. Okay. So the way I was told about it, which it's from a YouTube channel, Infographics, I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was Kurt's art or something like that with the birds. Um, so the way they explained it, and is this is how I'm gonna explain it to you. Imagine you're a primitive hunter in the jungle, right? And you know, you just have like a spear or like a crossbow or like a bow, something, right? Like let's just say a bow and arrow, right? Or bow and arrows, I guess. And you're kind of primitive. You don't even have like a language or anything. You're just out trying to get food. And as far as you know, you're the only one of your kind. You've never seen anything that looks like you, nothing that's and nothing that's intelligent on the same level as you, because you're able to create things, you're able to kind of problem solve, and you've never met anything that looks like you or, does anything similar to you. And you're out hunting, right? And you see a creature that looks very similar, if not just like you. What do, right? You've never seen your own kind. You don't know if they're going to be friendly. You don't know if they're going to be, aggressive. You don't know if they're going to try to kill you or if they're going to, be friendly and try to become friends with you type of thing. Like, you don't know what'll happen. You've never interacted with one of your own kind before. And you're at a dilemma, right? Because even if they are friendly, they are still competition. They require food. And if things get hard and you can't get enough food and resources to supply for both of y'all, it's going to be whoever decides to kill who the other one first. That way they have the rest of the food for themselves, right? Or, it doesn't even have to be killed. It could just be scaring off the other one type of thing. But then that other one's out there hunting down other things that you could have been killing. But you're at a dilemma though because you have the perfect vantage point, right? Where you see them, you know where they are. They cannot see you. They have no clue that you're able to even see them. They don't even know you're there. They don't know you exist. And you're at the prime position. You can just shoot your bow and kill them right there and there. Not have to even worry about, not have to deal with it. There's no risk. Um, you're gonna for sure live, and you don't have to worry about the competition. Or you can try to communicate them, get more knowledge, understanding about yourself, your species, and see if there's even more of your kind out there. And now you think about that as instead of the jungle, you think that's the universe. And instead of just like two primitive humans or just whatever, you think of it as our species and then alien life out there, right? Imagine we're flying through space, right? Like super advanced ships, we're able to planet hop real easily, maybe even go to other solar systems or even more advanced other galaxies, right? Let's just keep it simple with just planet hopping, right? Let's say another alien life ends up popping up in like our solar system, and now we're both hopping planets to planets. Us as humans already kill each other in wars and stuff over just tiny pieces of land compared to the whole Earth. Imagine how we would feel when an alien life form with more advanced technology, because if they could get to our solar system and they came from a different one, while we're only able to hop from planet to planet, they obviously have more sophisticated technology.
Yeah.
We can't really afford to try to be friendly with them because they could easily just wipe us out, right? Like they could just push a button, we're all dead, we're all gone, right? So at that point, it's whoever pushes the button first, because we also have technology that could wipe them out, right? We have nukes and crap. Maybe they have more advanced stuff. Maybe it's a little quicker, right? Maybe our stuff takes a little longer to actually reach them, but they have no defenses to stop it, right? What's even if it's one of those things where they can kill us quicker, we can still kill them. We'll just kill each other at the same time, type of thing, And basically, the whole dark universe theory is that all the only reason we haven't discovered life yet is because all the life that's out there has killed off itself. Basically, it's everyone that was everything like civilization that was able to travel through space really well like that, they ended up developing technology so strong, so powerful that they could wipe out a whole species with the push of a button. And so just coming across another species out there is a threat because y'all can both press a button and kill the other species. So now it's just whoever presses the button first. There's no if you try to talk to them, they might have already pressed the button and you're just gone. You're dead. And so the theory is that all these species, all these alien life forms got that advanced technology and they started just killing each other off. Just pressing the button, pressing the button, pressing the button, possibly just killing both like each other in one go, like just both killing each other, or one presses it quick enough to kill the other one before they can press the button, right? And now there's less alien life forms out there, and the ones that are left are hiding from each other. They don't want to be put out there on the radar. They don't want to be seen or heard because if they are, those other alien species out there will find them, kill them. They'll have the drop on them. They'll know where they are and be able to sneak up on them, type of thing. And so the whole theory is that the reason we haven't seen or heard anything from alien life is because they're hiding from each other. And that's the dark universe theory. It's like, and it's also like if we did, run into them, do we want to try to be friends with them, or should we just try to kill them immediately? Because if we do become friends with them, there's still technically a form of competition. And if we kill them off, now we don't have any way of gaining extra knowledge of the universe of, hey, is there other alien life forms out there? Like what, how, what is, just any question you could think of with that type of thing would just never be answered. I mean, maybe it would be if you run into another alien species and we're like, okay, let's try to talk to them this time, but that's basically what the dark universe theory is,
Hmm. Yeah, that's
if
fucking
that makes
crazy.
sense. Yeah.
There's another theory I think I heard of that kind of is about the same thing. But it's like that there was this like disease or something that spread
Hmm.
throughout the whole universe. I think it's called the dead space theory, where some kind of disease or infection or whatever just spread out throughout the whole entire universe when there was like different species and stuff that were really fucking intelligent, but just it wiped
Yep.
them all out. And we're like civilizations like us that haven't traveled out far enough to explore that, like those quote unquote areas, we're the only ones left
Yeah.
because we just don't have that technology
Yeah.
yet.
I've
Yeah.
heard about that.
I think it's like an actual video game or something that I maybe expanded on the idea or something like that. I don't know, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there is a video game called Dead Space, but
Yeah, which I
I,
think
I
that's
mean,
why it might be called the dead space theory,
yeah, um,
which is interesting.
yeah, yeah, it is interesting, especially because in Dead Space, the whole like lore of it, which I'm not really familiar with it, but from what I understand, the like, I think I don't remember what they're called. I think they're called necromorphs. Yeah, so the necromorphs, the alien life forms that take over human bodies, basically.
Yeah,
They they are a basically a parasite on the entire universe, not just like life forms, like the entire universe. Like they take over planets and moons, like not in a sense of like, oh, they killed everything there, now they no, like they literally become the planets and moons. The necromorphs, what it is anything that dies gets its organic material gets reused and reanimated and manipulated to fit whatever need it needs to fit. And it's the whole thing is they create and change everything to be more deadly and to kill off more and more. They wipe out everything, every species, every life form on a planet or on a moon, wherever it is, and they will wipe out everything there so they get more organic material to use. And what they'll do is once they get everything, like all living things and all organic material they can to use, they will then like collect it all in one spot and just merge it all together to create one giant like flesh thing that is sentient. I think it definitely has can move and control itself, and it literally will then, because it's on like a moon or planet, if it gets big enough, which I think it was like Matt Pat did like the science of it or like the math on it, or it might have been someone else. I don't know. That would be impossible unless you had like a whole other planet of life forms. Because if you look at Earth with all life forms and stuff, the creature that would be made from that would be barely the size of like our moon. I think it'd be smaller than our moon. Which is
Hmm.
insane. But in Dead Space, it's not that accurate with that. But the the whole thing would basically become big enough to pilot the moon around that it's on, or the planet that it's on, and it would literally start moving it towards other life forms, like other organisms and organic matter for it to use, and it literally is just spreading across the entire universe to kill off everything, like literally. And that's like how certain like planets or other moons that have life on it that they don't even have space travel will end up being destroyed by the necromorphs, because they literally travel through space. Like it's insane. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that kind of it basically, it sounds like that kind of is what they took inspiration from. Is Dead Space basically just took that and turned it into a sentient thing instead of it just being like a disease, and that you have to be far enough out. You have to get in that area where it was present for it to affect you. It's a parasite that will come towards you and spread out from wherever it started at. And so even if you don't travel to it, it will find you and kill you until everything's dead. Then there's nothing but space.
Jeez.
But yeah, no, there's another theory though, right? Just like how there's just on like Earth, right? There's certain time periods and time points that um yeah, right now. Oh, my bad. I wanted to talk to you about Bill. Better. I guess we're going. Greg, I'll be back.
All right. We're on some. You were about to bring up another theory about space and how it's fucking crazy and shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you want to just pick up and then just like with um I don't know, like just be like, all right, we're back, or just like
I don't know. We're kind of just back now. I was just gonna
yeah,
fade it. You know.
yeah, okay, all
Yeah.
right, yeah. Do you want to start it now?
It's already going, man.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going
All
right
right, we're
now.
back. We're back. Okay, what I was
I guess we are
saying,
back.
yeah, what I was saying was, um, the other theory is that just like how in like on Earth, right, in our everyday life, there's times like golden ages, right, where things are amazing. And it's not everywhere on Earth at the same time type of thing. Certain places and certain time periods, but like for example, right now in the U.S., you wouldn't say it's like a golden age. It's kind of more of a downhill. And I mean, I guess it's opinionated, but I mean, you look at the price of gas. I mean, there's no arguing that. But but just like how in normal day for us, normal daily life, and just like the whole or our history as humans, there's been ups and downs, right? Is a theory that just like that, the universe had a golden age where it was like the time of space travel, where just every species was traveling through space, and then there was some mass extinction thing, or just something happened, right? Or like they just all kind of died out just over time, because eventually every
Dude, that
species
would
will
be
kind of
crazy.
just die
Imagine
out.
we eventually start to do space travel and we come across like this died out planet and we're able to
Yeah.
like go through catalogs and it dates back to like millions of years where it's like at some point like say a million years ago there was how you were saying a bunch of like different species coming together and just traveling through space and stuff and bringing
Yeah.
up all these different concepts about life and shit and they were just all wiped out. What? Imagine we figure that out.
Yeah.
We would, as a civilization, as just like regular you and me. Hell, we probably already know that, but like they don't want it getting out because it would
Oh
cause
yeah.
like mass hysteria and shit.
Yeah.
So like the government probably definitely knows something. I mean, they
Yeah.
literally said that like some of the alien life crafts or something. Like I'm pretty sure the Pentagon literally released like 3 different types of video footage and said this is all real and
Yeah.
this is nothing. These are UFOs, not American crafts at all. You know. So them doing that, it kind of begs the question like are they saying that just because they want to, or are they saying that because something else, they found something else that's bigger than that, that they don't want getting out? So they're kind of pushing this into view. So it's
Yeah.
like,
I'm.
but then again, there also is
Uh,
that theory where they just pushed it out because COVID was happening and everybody was crazy about that. So they figured it would be a good time to go ahead and just push that out because nobody
yeah.
was talking about it at all. Even to now, like it's not even that crazy of
Yeah.
a topic.
Yeah. People just don't care. But it's. I think it's just because of the fact that like. I don't know. I guess it's just it was so like direct that it's like, oh, that's kind of all right, whatever. You know, it's just it's something like that. You don't expect it to just be direct and they just come out saying like, yeah, they're real. Like you expect them to kind of shy away from it, but then all this proof starts popping up, and eventually they panically are like, okay, they are. Like that's what you expect, but that's not how it went. So it's kind of like you can't really be like hysterical about it when it's like, oh, it's they are just being nonchalant about it. So now we're gonna be nonchalant about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just might have been they don't want a lot of people asking like a shit ton of questions about it. So
Yeah,
maybe
like
that's
I don't
probably
know. I
why
think
they did all that during COVID. That way it wasn't like viewed by that many people because everybody else was all crazy about buying
imagine,
fucking toilet paper and shit.
yeah, imagine if COVID, the whole reason everyone's like locked down and had to stay in like their houses and all, was because something was happening.
Bruh, that would be
That would be
fucking.
crazy.
That would be crazy.
I
Holy shit.
that, like there's the forgot who it was. There was some like scientist or something. I think somebody said, or maybe it's just a saying. I don't even know. But I'm pretty sure someone just said this. Like some scientist, some they said the only way the world will unify is if there's something larger than us for us to unite and fight against, right? So like us, like how countries are constantly fighting other countries and craft, and countries are fighting other countries, and it's just
Yeah.
the whole world. There's always like some type of battle on our planet against ourselves. The
Yeah.
only way that would completely stop, would completely unify under like one government, is because there'd be a greater threat outside of our planet for us to unite against.
Yeah. Dude, that would be crazy if that happened.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that there were talks like the U.S. government, or maybe it was another government, don't remember. And I'm pretty sure it might just have been conspiracy work, or like this is like a conspiracy theory. I don't know, but pretty sure there's talks of like a government. Pretty sure the U.S. 'cause it seems like something the U.S. would try to do if they had the means to do it. Would try to fake an alien invasion type of thing, or like something along those lines, to be like, oh crap, this is we gotta unite as a world to fight them, right? And then they would end up weaseling their way to where the U.S. government would be the government over everything, and then every other government would fall under them and unite into just a global government.
That's actually
I'm
kind of
pretty,
smart.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a thing.
But like, I think
And
everybody would kind of want that title. So it would probably end up being like NATO. Basically,
oh yeah,
every country coming in and as one government. So multiple people would be like the running officers, pretty much. And
yeah,
it'd basically be like our judicial system, with Supreme Courts and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. And I mean, there's a chance that the golden age of space travel happened and passed already. Like we came into existence a little too late, or we're too early, right? And it's yet to come, or we're about to
I
be
think
in
it
it. I
could
don't
be
know.
both, like different cycles, you know?
Yeah,
Because, I mean, the
but
universe has been alive for fucking millions, billions of years, probably trillions, I don't know. So there's
yeah,
definitely got to be at least one point in time where that did happen. Or hell, it's probably happening right now, but in a different fucking
area.
galaxy or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
you know?
You could be on the other
Maybe,
side of the universe.
maybe we're just in a part of the universe that hasn't been touched yet, so to speak,
Yeah,
Like we just happen to be that one
we could be.
galaxy or one um solar system that just hasn't been explored yet by these other civilizations.
Yeah, we could be like in the backwaters of the universe, like it's like that type of thing. It's like, ew, we don't want to go over there. That's where those crazy people live, type of thing. Or that's like, you know, that that's just like trashy neighborhood type of thing. Like that could be the case. Alien species just see our area as just like trashy, and they're like, those people kill each other for fun. We're not going over there. Like they eat
Yeah.
other animals. We're not going over there. Like
It's
I don't
surprising
know.
because if they did see us like that, why wouldn't they just wipe us out? You know?
Mm,
Maybe they
I don't
wanted to play
know.
God for a second, and that's why we have like all these different fucking technologies and shit. Like there are tons of theories. Like even just one of the basic ones are the pyramids. And oh my goodness,
Oh
I can
yeah,
get so far into that. But I'm gonna say this first: the pyramids, like people speculating, like there's no way that these fucking people could build that. But number one, how do we know that they didn't have some kind of technology back then to build that kind of stuff for themselves? Number two, maybe it was aliens. Maybe it was.
maybe.
You never know. That it's just one of those theories where it's like maybe aliens kind of influenced us for certain things, like giving us different technologies, showing us how to make different technologies. But
Yeah,
also, it's a little fucking weird as far as I'm aware that the Egyptians and the Mayans had no, like they had no idea each other existed. And yet they both built pyramids, but not only that, they both built pyramids in the same star like alignment.
yeah,
Like what the fuck? Okay, so there's so many like different star quote unquote star alignments that you can choose from. They just happened to pick the same exact one. Now what if imagine the whole alien thing is true. These people, these different species, they came down and told both the Mayans and the Egyptians, "Hey, build some pyramids up in this bitch, right?
yeah,
We're going to give you some plans. Here you go. Technology. There you go. As long as you build it in this different star alignment, or hell, they probably, I don't know, but like maybe somewhere in that star alignment, that's where the aliens live. Maybe they told them, yeah, we live up there, and then these people, the
yeah,
Mayans and the Egyptians, they took that and was like, oh, okay, well, you gave us all this technology and stuff, so we're gonna build it in this alignment, just to
Yep.
kind of show where you are or give thanks or something, you know? Like, just imagine
Yep.
that in the middle, like the biggest pyramid. What is that? The Pyramid of Giza or some shit? What
Hmm.
if that in that alignment, that biggest pyramid is their home, their solar system or something? Like, just
Yeah. I mean,
in theory, like that. Just imagine that's the truth. That's fucking crazy.
I wonder
I
how
don't know.
far that like the stars that they're pointing at are.
I wanna look more into that because I don't know if the Mayans and the Egyptians really didn't have any contact with each other, but as far as I'm aware, they didn't. And yet they
Yeah.
still made the pyramids in the same exact star alignment, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How? Why? More
See.
importantly, why? Why that particular alignment? Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
My biggest thing is like, if that is real, right? Like, if that is the case, um, we like. I want to know how far stars are like pointing at are because if the stars are like, I don't know, a couple light years away, right? That amount of time that'll pass just from traveling back and forth and stuff, like, there could be a chance that by the time we're able to travel over there, it's, if we do decide to travel over there, if we do discover, like, hey, there's probably stuff over there. If it's too far, by the time we get there, they're long gone. They're dead unless their civilization is just amazing and figures out a way to keep their planet and everything alive and just because eventually what'll happen is besides the obvious of like for example in our solar system our sun will just explode. It's long time from now, but eventually it will, and yeah, that'll literally kill everything on Earth. I mean, unless we're incredibly
You
lucky.
know what's funny? That
And they'll
reminds me. Jay Schlatt brought the idea up that sometime in the future, before the sun explodes, we will have the technology to physically move the Earth away. Which, honestly, it might be plausible if we somehow figure out a way. Because, I mean, look at where we are right now. We're
yeah,
in that middle zone where we don't have a lot of technology, but at the same time we do, but not enough to really do commercial space travel. But we can
yeah,
still do it. It's a very weird time right now that we live in. So just, and we have like billions of fucking years before the sun just goes poof, right?
yeah,
So there's gotta be at least something that might work for that we just don't know, you know. But that
yeah.
is a very bold statement to just say that we're just gonna move the Earth somewhere else. Like,
I mean, maybe that's how you're supposed to do it.
I don't know if that's really. You would have to like really put some like gravity shit into the mix, like some gravitational dome first. That way the Earth just doesn't like have some kind of great flood because the moon is just gone now, and now it's also dark because the sun is just gone.
Yeah,
Because we're moving the fucking Earth. So you would have
just
to
just
like
move the
really.
sun.
Oh yeah, just move the sun that's already going to explode. Or just move it with us. Or yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it'll
replace the sun. Replace the sun. Yeah.
yeah change the light bulb.
Change the light bulb is fucking crazy.
Dude, no, imagine, right? What if like our universe or not even just our solar system, right? Imagine our sun is like just a light bulb to like a higher being. That'd be amazing.
Bruh.
We're just dust mites inside their light bulb.
That'd be crazy. There's that one end scene in Men in Black that were just like in orbs or
Yeah,
something, which is crazy.
yeah. Life's crazy. But no, we could. Like, another thing is why I'm wondering, like, how far the star that the pyramids are aligned with, how far away they are. If we do, like, look over there with a telescope or something, we could potentially see life on there. But if we do, it would be looking in the past because of the amount of time it would take for light
Yeah,
to
and
travel to
that's
us.
so fucking crazy to me that like
Yeah,
that civilization that we're looking at like 100 light years away is probably dead right now, and we're just looking at
yeah,
them in the past, basically, like
yeah.
a video recording, pretty much,
Or,
and
yeah,
that's fucking crazy.
or we look at it and what we see is nothing, right? Barren wasteland. But in reality, there's a thriving society there, right? Just like our planet. You look 65 million years in the past, all you're going to see is dinosaurs. So anything that's 65 million years or further, they're either going to see dinosaurs, which is still life, so they might still be interested, or they're just going to see the Earth like before it had any life, just a barren wasteland, right? Like,
Yeah. I think
eventually
if
they'll
we
just
do
see it.
see something like that where it's like primitive civilization, we definitely need to start making like a straight beeline for that fucking planet. Because by
Oh,
the
yeah.
time we get there, they're probably going to be maybe just like us right now, or maybe even more advanced. You
They'll
know?
just meet us in the middle.
Yeah, they just meet us in the middle. Yeah. Imagine that's pretty much what's going to happen is like they see us and we're like primitive, and then we see them and they're primitive, and then we just meet each other in the middle, and it's like, fuck yeah, we did it, man. We fucking met up.
Yeah. We just somehow know, like, have automatic translators to translate each other's languages or something, or we just speak the same language.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know where I got it from,
Oh,
but there's also another theory where we're descendants from Mars and
oh
stuff,
yeah.
which is
There's
fucking awesome. I love the thought of that.
yeah. There's a proof like that if that okay. So there was a theory or like a hypothesis or something that life could kind of planet hop. Like, because there's bacteria and stuff that can survive the vacuum of space. There's a theory that when like an asteroid hits a planet that has life on it, it sends tons of like it literally will send chunks of the planet, like tons of rocks and stuff out into space from that planet. All it takes is like one bacteria surviving on one of those rocks that can survive in space, and then it'll replicate when it lands somewhere else that is habitable for it, which could be basically anywhere because bacteria are very resistant,
That's
depending
fucking
on
crazy.
which one and all.
Imagine there's more humans out there.
There,
Like,
there might be.
just Mars gets
There's
fucking blown to bits, and then one of the little rocks come here, and here we are, and then
yeah,
one of the other little rocks, or maybe multiple, they land in other solar systems or some shit like
yeah,
that. That is crazy to think about. That there might be other human type species out there. Imagine
yeah.
that happens too. Like the species that we come across is just more humans, but like different looks and stuff to kind of
Yeah,
just navigate their planet, right? So it's like
yep,
a different type of human. That's basically what we come across. Like that is
yeah,
insane.
yeah. No, I'm pretty sure what might be the case, which this is just random kind of thought. I guess there's no evidence. The evidence is that I made it up. Um, but you know how like Mars is believed to have had water on it and stuff?
I think
And
they
that's why
even
it's all
found
red.
water, like frozen
Yeah,
water.
there's ice. There's ice. It has poles. It has North and South Pole. That's just tons of ice and stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is like frozen water. Um, but uh, I'm pretty sure what it was is Mars probably was like Earth is now, back like a long time ago, right? And it had water and stuff. It might not have had life, but it had water. And what might have happened is, you know, before like what might have happened is just like with Earth, or maybe it just happened, right? Just out of nothingness, kind of came life a little bit. Um, Either way, it might have been life kind of generated there with the water and everything, or just like how like if it's true, Earth might have been populated from Mars having life. It could have been something else had life populated Mars, and then Mars is creating this life, and then it gets hit, and then populates Earth, right? And it might just be a whole cycle. Like technically, the whole like just because we're here, even if there's no other life out there, our existence will allow the whole universe to eventually just be thriving with life.
Yeah, that's
Because
fucking
even if we
crazy.
get wiped out by like a giant asteroid or something, it will send tons of organic matter throughout the whole universe, and something from Earth will survive. Some type of organic matter will survive and create new life somewhere else. And it will just keep happening.
Dude, I hope that the aliens that we meet are just different human species. That would be
That'd
so
be
fucking
awesome.
cool. And
It'd be kind
imagine
of funny.
they know the Martian lore. They know what happened.
The Martian
Somehow.
Lord. They just come over to us and they're like, all
Maybe some
right,
Martians
time to tell y'all how
escaped,
y'all were
and
created.
then we find the Martians, the previous Martians, in a way, the descendants of the real
Yeah.
Martians. We talk to them, be like, what the fuck happened? They'd be like, fucking exploded, man. Should have been there. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. There's a theory that like so you know how there's all those like aircraft, like alien aircraft type of thing and
Yeah.
stuff that the US and everything's been like reporting on and saying that yeah, it's just real. There's a theory that those aircraft and stuff is piloted not by aliens. I mean, I guess it kind of is because they are from a different planet, but not. The theory is that basically there's a parallel universe that humans are on Earth just like us, type of thing, or whatever. But their technology is more advanced. They're able to travel to other parallel universes, and they monitor them. And so the theory is that they've been monitoring us, right? That's why they send the ships over. And it's not that they send the ships over to monitor, or maybe it is. But the main reason is so that if something is happening that they don't like if we're doing something that could wipe out our entire species, they stop it because they want us to keep growing and advancing. They don't want us to wipe ourselves out. So, in theory is that all those ships, like spacecraft and all, or whatever, they're there to stop us from killing ourselves and stuff. Because every time there's been one, it literally EMPs everything around it and just shuts off all of our technology and stuff. And so the theory is because apparently at a nuclear warhead site they were gonna launch a nuke and then everything shut down on them. They couldn't launch the nuke or anything because one of those aircraft was around them and shut it all down.
What the fuck?
And yeah, and so the theory is that it's like a parallel universe
It could
and it's
also
humans
be like
saving us.
aliens,
Yeah, it could,
not
or
wanting
it
us
could just
to
be
fuck
aliens.
everything up.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
could just be whatever, or it could just be time travelers. You don't we don't know. Although the time
Oh.
traveler thing would be kind of weird. That mean we'd already have a time machine for them to travel back. I don't know, but we could have a time machine already made. You never know.
It's very possible.
I mean,
There could be tons of things that we don't know. I think even I forgot what it was. I don't even know if it's true, but one of the presidents was like, "Show me what's in Area 51. I want to see." They were like, "You don't
yeah,
want to go in there. You don't want to go in there at all." And they were like, "I'm gonna go in there right now, today." And they were like, "Okay, but you're not gonna like what you
yeah.
see." And then he went in there and then came out just horrified by what he saw. Like, Apparently, I don't know. It was like I heard that years ago, so I don't know how
Yeah.
if that's true or not. But there's definitely something in that in that place. Definitely aircrafts, maybe that are not human, or maybe human, but from
Imagine
different.
it's SCP Foundation
Bro,
in real
that would
life.
be fucking crazy.
No, you know what's crazy is the U.S. government actually had like a special like operations like kind of like how the FBI is. They had like a whole thing for like exploring anomalies and stuff like that at one point.
What?
It got shut down like not even it was short
Yeah,
after it was a thing. But
definitely got shut down.
but
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's crazy. But um yeah, no, but it's crazy. The whole like idea of that, I guess. Just who knows? Then like what's crazy with time machines, right? If we created one right now and it became public knowledge, you know what would happen? People would stop doing anything. Because why try to create something, some advanced technology, when all you have to do is go to the future for it, right?
but
And that
then
kind of
that's a
creates a
paradox right there,
paradox, right?
because nothing
And
gets created, so it's like there's no
yeah,
technology to be had.
yeah, yeah. But at the same time, if you just think like let's say you're sitting here and you're like, okay, I will tomorrow work out, right? And then you time travel to the future. Will you actually have worked out? Or did you not? Like, did you actually follow through with your thoughts or not? You know, like, do you have to sit
But
there and do it?
that's
And
the
then,
thing,
like,
because
time travel?
you're in that time travel machine. You make that
Yeah.
conscious decision to go there, so there wouldn't be two yous. There would only be that one that went through the time machine. So theoretically, you would not have gone to the gym and worked out because you were in that time machine, and all that happened was just time went by. You did nothing.
Yeah.
You basically just lived a little bit longer by day.
Yeah. You basically just swap places with your future self.
Yeah.
But,
Because, I mean, the only way that would work is if you go back in time to tell your past self, hey, just work out. It'll be worth it.
get
And then
jacked
you go
for
back,
us.
and then you'll be jacked.
Yeah,
So,
you'll just be. No, you go back and nothing changes. You're like, God dang it, he didn't listen. And you have to go back again. You gotta
yeah.
start threatening him.
Fucking do it, jackass. I'll come back and cause another fucking
But then,
paradox killing your ass.
with, yeah, but let's say, like, that too, right? Right there. You would never do anything because you'd be like, oh, I'll just get my past self to do it. And then your past self would just be like, oh, I'll just get my past self to do it. And it would just, like, if we're the primes, right? Let's say we're the primes. We're in the present, right? We're the present ones. We would get to go into the future and go back in time. But then whoever the past version of us is, that like most far back we can go and see, they would just get bombarded with like requests constantly of, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this. Like it'd be
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, and the grandfather paradox is a crazy one. You go back and kill your grandfather. You technically don't exist now, but at the same time, who killed your grandfather then? So that timeline would just have to be deleted, or like when you go back, it would just nothing would change because that paradox just deletes itself and then reverts back to how it was.
Yeah, there's a theory that what'll happen, and it's called the I think it was like the adoption theory or something. What'll happen is your timeline will correct itself, like time will fix itself because like the theory is that if the grandfather paradox, what'll happen is you'll go back, kill your grandpa, go back to the present, and nothing will change. But what'll happen is everyone who like whenever you ask like, hey, what happened to my grandfather? They're like, oh, he was killed in his sleep or whatever the way you killed him, right? And they just like never found the guy, no clue who it was, or whatever. Um, and then it would be like, wait, so then how am I here if he's dead before, you know, I was even before my parents were born, before I was born? It'd be like, oh, well, you're adopted. Like that would basically be what the answer to it or whatever.
But then
Or it'd be
it's
like,
like,
it
who would
wasn't
be
your
your parents?
biological
How
grandfather.
how would that work? That'd be so weird.
Yeah, it would be basically what it'd be is like your parents were either adopted or like that wasn't your biological grandfather, and what it was is like either there was an affair or it was just like just whatever. That would basically be what the theory is like time would find a way to correct itself. It would either say that your parents were adopted or that like that wasn't your biological grandfather or something like that.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Yeah. And that's like one of the reasons that's one of the things that makes me believe that if we ever do get a time machine, or if we already have one, and just it wouldn't become public. The moment it becomes public, everything gets screwed up. But if it's like a select few people know and are able to use it, like if you're able to kind of test on whether or not certain people would like be able to actually handle and be responsible with it, which would be, I don't know how you would test that, but then like you'd be able to get so many benefits from time travel. But as soon as it becomes just a public thing where everyone can use it, it would destroy everything. Everything would get screwed up.
Yeah. There's so many things with that just so many things could just go wrong, or like just paradoxes. It's just too much. Too much shit. It's like, what happens if you meet yourself in the past? Like, that's crazy. Hello? Braden? Hello? You there? Braden? Can't hear you if you're talking. Bum, bum.
Hello?
Hey,
I don't know what happened. All I had to do was change my voice input and then change it back, and now it's working again. I don't know what that was about.
yeah, that was kind of weird.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's weird. Like even if you had rules for time travel, there'd be that one guy who just didn't care. He'd be like, "I wonder what happens," and it would just screw everything up. Like,
Yeah, it would definitely have to be something that's severely regulated.
yeah. But it would also like even if it wasn't regulated, it would destroy life as we know it because no one would care. Like dying wouldn't be a problem because you could just go back in time, then or like someone else could go back in time and save you. Like like you could go kill someone, and then if you're about to get in trouble for it, just go back in time and stop yourself, and it's like, hey, boom, didn't kill him. Or like you have an affair with someone you're with, and like they would never know. Like you would literally just travel back in time or like something. Like you just nothing would matter. There would be no meaning to anything. You want food? Just go back in time before you ate it and eat it again. Like I don't know. It's weird.
But then you would have to take that food from your past self.
But yeah.
Then it would just be like, okay, you ate that food. What about the food that you previously ate? How the hell is that in your stomach right now? So it would just be gone. Just all away. Disappear.
It's just like you go back in time to like before you ate it, take it, and then go back into the future, and it's like you
it
felt
definitely has
full
something to do
going
with
back in time.
timelines and parallel universes. Because I feel like going back in time is just maybe a way of going into another parallel universe. Because imagine I go back in time to eat a burger I already ate, and I'm confronting myself with that. I'm like, I take the burger from them and all that. Where is the past me that went to go take that burger? Like, what happened to him? Because now he's gone. He's not going back to eat the burger that he just ate because I just fucking took it from him.
Yeah.
So it's like, it definitely, it's a paradox. And I think it definitely should have something to do with parallel universes. That's the only way I can see it working the way it does, in theory. Because if it's not a parallel universe and it's the same timeline, you theoretically going back to eat the same burger should not exist. Because,
Yeah.
you never went to go eat the
Yeah.
burger again.
Yeah.
It's just fucking
And
weird.
that right there might mean that time travel is just never going to be possible, sadly.
Yeah. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what else is crazy?
The nerds.
Motherfucker.
No, what? What?
Hello?
Huh? What?
What?
What did you say?
What?
You said, you know what's crazy, and then just never said anything.
Yeah, I said. Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
What'd you say?
I said.
You're just messing with me now.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm being serious. I said. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I don't know. It's crazy. It's such a weird. It's so weird how like time and space kind of go hand in hand, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can't think of any more theories really, so I think that's kind of it.
Yeah, I think so. Also, the previous pod is up.
We,
So.
dude, you're dating this episode now.
Huh?
You're dating the episode.
I'm dating the episode?
Like now, people will be able to figure out when it was like recorded and crap. I don't know. It's not that big a deal, but like apparently, some people like really like trying to figure out when episodes
Okay,
were recorded.
well. I never said when it was recorded. I'm just saying when it got posted, which was today.
Mm-hmm. No, but now people know that the episode we're recording right now was recorded the same day the one before it was posted at around the same time.
Well, they don't know. They don't know the exact time. I mean,
Yeah, but they have a good idea.
do they though?
I don't know. Hey, you want to leave like we should end off this one by like giving messages to our either our past selves or future selves.
No, because I, drunk me did that and it was horrendous. I don't think. No, you weren't there for that video that I
No.
made with me and Aiden in it.
Uh-uh.
I don't know. I mean, shit, man. Don't be a. That's all I gotta say.
Dang. You gotta
I mean-
censor that. Just.
Okay, I'll find a censor sound. I'll censor
I
it.
mean, you don't have to, but
No,
I feel
I
like it'd
will
be
now.
funny.
I'll
Yeah.
write that down. Censor. I'm gonna censor it again. I have to write it down now 2 times.
Okay. All right. Next thing I'm gonna say is highly confidential. So you're gonna have to censor like every other word that I say.
Oh,
Just because I want you to.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm gonna do that, and then in post, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I will.
Okay.
I will do that.
Uh-huh.
Uh huh.
Okay. So, so, um,
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 interesting. Yeah. What? What? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. That's it. That should be plenty of stuff for you to just censor out randomly.
What the fuck? I didn't know.
I think that last one you should really censor out so they're just like, what? Why is he freaking out over
I might
that?
have to do a lot of censoring. But what the fuck?
I mean, you don't have to, but I think
No,
it'd be
I
kind of
definitely, I
funny.
definitely will. Um. All
All
right.
right,
It.
that's it. Bye.
Bye.